Have you ever, after a long day of modding, and you're like, I got all these new units that I added to my game, and and then you go to put it on the command bar, for your side, and then you notice that the AI doesn't use it. And if you watched many of my tutorials, you probably noticed my AI actually using my units. So, the question goes, how did I do that? I'm Jaguar, and in this in-depth tutorial, I'm going to show you how I, in two different ways, technically three different methods, to train the AI to use assets that you add to the game. This is going to be part one, where I'm going to show you the fake way, and in part two, I'm going to show you the real way, theory. So first, we're going to jump into theory because we're going to be dealing with world builder and obviously the INI inputs. But first, we are going to go to world builder and load in our service scripts. So yeah, I'll meet you there. All right, so now that we opened up world builder, we're just going to go over up to the top left and go to edit and edit player list and add all scammers players, and then we're going to go to scripts, back to edit, and then we are going to go to the bottom right and hit import scripts. Now before you continue, this should put you into the scripts folder. You can find the scripts folder in your directory. You can find your scripts folder in their Command and Conquer directory, assuming you have extracted the .ini big for the English also, I believe. I think actually the scripts in specifically. I don't remember at all. But either way, this is a rather so we're going to assume that you made it back up. So we're going to open up our script, and this is the complicated part for your purposes. Okay, so I'm going to show you a quick understanding of how the enemy actually builds units. So in this case, this actual general is going to build base defense units. So we're going to have base defense units if this player has greater than or equal to 5 units or structures of a type. And so what that means is we're going to build a certain type. So we're going to go and check out the actual teams that are built. And so if you go to edit and go to edit teams, we're just going to, just say we picked out, I don't know, the GLA one. See, we have all of these team names, and it goes all the way down. And so as you saw, you see that GLA CT, that was like the one that I was reading, the CT one. That's what this is, base defense 1, base defense 2. That's what I was reading. And so in this case, it's going to build a Scud launcher. This is how the AI builds units. It uses triggers to follow a script to build a specific object. And so in this case, the object is a GLA vehicle Scud launcher if its enemy has 5 structures or 5 units, which should be pretty fast and early in the game. So it's going to build a Scud launcher. And so as you can see here, there's these various triggers, and we don't even need to worry about them. We just need to worry about the basic names. And so now that you understand that the AI builds units based on the object's name, we are now going to introduce you to the two types of ways that I found to trick the AI into building your added units and potentially buildings. So the first way is overwriting the method, and the second way is random unit method. What this means is, in the first method, we overwrite the unit's guts or the building's guts, and the second method is we overwrite the unit's guts again, but we use it to actually use the random unit module tag to trigger a certain set of objects that we wanted to produce. So if we wanted to produce a building 1 or a building 2, we can do that back and forth, or a unit 1 or unit 2, which is what I've done several times. Now, my lore theory behind this was, so say for example, the super weapon general has the tomahawk as its main tank. So why does it have the same tomahawk? Why doesn't it have a special one? Well, that's what I decided to do with the theory of it is that I overrid the guts of the super weapon general's tomahawk to be a different type of tomahawk. Similarly, the laser general now has a laser Comanche. I just overrid the laser Comanche. Same with the laser tank is now double laser, but also has a single laser version too. The same thing with the China Helix, and it does the same exact thing. So in this video, I'm going to use the nuke launcher as my example, and we're going to give it a upgraded version of the nuke launcher, and then I'm going to put in the random unit version where it can choose the nuke launcher or the upgraded version of the nuke launcher. In fact, maybe we can have 3 nuke launchers. Let's find out. Alright, so as you can see, I have at least three different types of nuke launchers that we can use. We have our normal nuke launcher, and then we have our Cannon Turbo version, and then we have our Juggernaut version, essentially. And then there's a third version, or fourth version too, that I don't have currently on here, but we'll get into that later. But anyway, we're going to get the AI specifically. We're going to teach we are going to have the China General, the base China General build our ICBM version of the nuke launcher. So let's go see what that looks like. Step 1, find our unit. So in this example, I'm going to use the nuke cannon. So this is the base China's nuclear launcher that will also have the EMP shell type situation. So this is the unit. So this is the guts of the unit. We're going to overwrite this whole entire shebang. So we're just going to copy it all the way through. All the way from top to bottom, bottom to top. And we're going to go from right there, from draw equals 3D tank draw. And then we're going to find our new unit. So we're going to get our upgraded nuclear launcher to copy it over. So we're going to go to the same spot, the draw equal 3DW, and go all the way down. Keep going all the way down the end. So you gotta go all the way down. And then we're going to do something that are very familiar before if you are on this channel. We are just going to paste it over. That's right, we just copied the entire unit over. And then we're going to save, and we're going to go and test it. And how are we going to test it? We're going to put China General and China General, and we're going to see what they do.
Construction built to spec.
Oh, there we go. We have our AI building our first upgraded nuke launcher. Do we have another? Oh, we have a second. Oh, we have a third. And so that is how you overwrite the nuke launcher to build a better nuke launcher. Now, let's look into the random unit method, which is pretty much the same exact thing as the overwriting method, except the difference is that it can choose between several options that you wish to choose from for the overwriting of the unit. So for example, as you saw, I have multiple nuke launchers, so we can make it so they can have all 4 of them to choose from, randomly of course. So let's go and see what that looks like. So step 1, we're going to need to create our random unit. And the best way that I have to do that is, let's go to our GLA vehicle, and we're going to look for the GLA technical, just the top one. So the easiest way I have to do this is we're going to go find the GLA technical, and we're going to go down and we're going to find the build variations. and then we're going to remember where that is, and we're going to go to our China vehicle, and we're going to clone our nuke launcher. So we're going to clone all the way through. We're just going to copy and paste it because we're going to create a new one. Get it? Get it? We're going to create a nuke launcher one. And then we're going to go to our original nuke launcher, and we're going to just eliminate most of the junk here. And we're going to go to, let's just go right here. And then remember, we're going to go back to our build variations equals. And we are going to remember where we put it, right by side. So we are going to find side on China, which is right here, and we are going to put that right there, and then we can actually delete more of this code, and we will leave the current code as is, because then this will control everything else needed. And so the build variations, we will need to put in our nuke launcher 1, and then we need to put in our other nuke launcher replacements or any other unit that we feel is appropriate. So after we've packed up our build variations with 1, 2, 3, 4 different nuke launcher variations in this example, we are going to go now. Don't forget to save it, and let's go test it. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the variations of the nuke launcher. And that's how you get the AI to trick them into building any unit you want them. Similarly, it can work for buildings too, but you have to make sure it is lore friendly. Otherwise, it might not work appropriately. And it might take extra work, like I had to do for the nuclear storm to be possible. Yeah, to show you more, and stay tuned for part 2, where I show you the actual true method to program the AI scripts to build the units as you so desire.